Good morning, everybody. Charging forward this morning. Kind of getting a late start. You know, there's a lot of people moving around and one lady driver, and you just got to kind of get in line and take your turnabout in terms of getting to your drop-off point. So mine came a little bit later today. It's about 8:30, a good bit later than I would like to get started, but I kind of assumed that, and I told my pickup driver that I wouldn't be there till 1 o'clock, so I think it actually is going to work out just about perfect. I'm not doing many miles today. It's still wet and rainy. Probably hear water dropping around me. I got the rain jacket on. You know, yesterday I borrowed that cool poncho, and unfortunately I had to leave it behind. She was willing to sell it to me, but it would have been at full retail, and those things are crazy expensive. And I'm saying to myself, I'd like to think I'm not going to be hiking in the rain too terribly often, so I'm motivated to do it yesterday and today just to press on and get myself across the state line, to be honest with you. But you know, if you're going to have really nasty weather all day long, it would not be uncommon to take a zero. And I just don't think there's going to be a lot of instances where I'm going to be hiking all day in the rain. So it's one of those cost benefit kind of things. So I passed on the poncho and stick with the rain jacket. Again, we're only going to do 8 miles today, and tomorrow we'll do 16 miles, and that'll finish up Pennsylvania. Yay! So looking forward to finishing up these miles, getting my pickup, heading into Delwater Gap this afternoon, checking it out, and finishing it up tomorrow. And come Saturday, day after tomorrow, I'll be in New Jersey. So looking forward to all that. So it's gonna be a great day. Hope y'all are having a good day so far, and we will share any cool stuff that I've happened to see just as soon as I see it. Have a great morning, and we'll talk further down the path. Good morning, everybody, again. I'd like to say I've got a lot to report. It's kind of the same, walking in the wet, rainy woods. I'm pretending I'm in a tropical rainforest or something like that, okay? Seems like a lot more exotic kind of place versus northern Pennsylvania. Again, no offense to those folks who are from Pennsylvania. So it's 9:30. I've made 2.5 miles in the first hour, so I'm going too fast. So I've intentionally slowed down, and I was able to, you know, drain some water just simply right out of the faucet before I left the hostel this morning. And it's blue now. So what I usually do, and a lot of people use different type of electrolytes and things that they put into their water. I like these that are, you know, that are already liquid concentrates. This one I got at Walmart. It's a blue raspberry flavor. But I just save a Gatorade bottle and just continue to replenish it with water, and then hit it with the electrolytes. And so you're not just drinking straight water. I know a lot of people just love drinking straight water all day long, but for me it kind of gets old. I like to have some kind of flavor, so it makes me feel like I'm drinking Kool-Aid all day. Sometimes I get the sweet tea flavor and I feel like I'm walking through the woods drinking sweet tea all day. So yeah, we're making great progress here, and I'm really on pace now to be at the pickup point probably about 12:30, 30 minutes prior. And there are some rocks and things like that, but I think I've actually now that I'm about to leave Pennsylvania, I figured out how to navigate these pretty quickly. So yeah, it's been a good morning so far. A little damp, but the rain jacket is actually sufficient in this type of weather, and that's the reason I brought the rain jacket to begin with. You know, I really don't want to hike in downpours, so this should be fine. And I think we're gonna get there by the time we get to about lunchtime, and hopefully once I get back to Delaware Water Gap, I can find someplace to get a burger or something like that. Would be great. So that's what motivates me often, is where can I go get a burger. But again, I hope everybody's having a great morning, and I'll look forward to catching up with you as we go down the trail. Have a good morning. That's where we came from. And this is where we're going. Going through Wind Gap today. That's 4.6 miles. And then the balance, another 16 miles, will be the Delaware Water Gap, which is 20 miles from here, but it'll be 16-mile hike tomorrow. Or maybe call it 15. Because we'll do 4.6 today. Making good progress. Just chipping away at these miles, and looking forward to making it to the next town. My wife and I, our family, we lived in New Jersey just for a while. I kind of came up through consumer packaged goods companies, and a lot of them based in New Jersey. And so we lived in New Jersey. I had a corporate job there in New Jersey for about a year and a half, and before moving to Georgia. And so Delaware Water Gap was west of us off the interstate. I don't know, probably 30 miles maybe. So we drove over there. I knew about it, but it's going to be interesting to actually, instead of drive across that bridge, to actually walk across that bridge and walk back into New Jersey. So looking forward to that on Saturday, and just got to keep on pressing and making these miles. Slowly but surely, we'll get there. All right, we'll check back with you a little further down the path. Okay, reached the power line. Usually you have some pretty good views on the power line. This is what we got. Skies are gray as oatmeal. Not much to see today, folks. I'm sorry. We'll just keep on pressing on. That's where we came from. Probably still see a lot of water dripping. It's just been constant, drizzly, not any huge downpours. Might also hear some trucks in the background. We're really close. We're about a mile from Wind Gap in Pennsylvania, and already started the descent down into that gap, which I understand is fairly sharp. Not as bad as the one going down in Port Clinton, I hope. But I'm gonna navigate these rocks and find my way down to the gap. As it stands right now, I'll be there about 30 minutes early, and I contacted the driver, and he said he could probably come a little early, so I don't know. But no big deal. If I've been able to hang out for the past few hours in the rain, another 15 or 20 minutes is not gonna make a big difference, right? So I told him not rush, no worries. So gonna head down the hill and we'll catch up as we get closer to the gap. Look at these rocks. For some reason, this group of rocks, all have a unique moss or something growing on them. I don't know why all the rocks don't have the same moss. Anyway, kind of interesting. That's where we came from, and this is where we're going. Pretty actually a very easy downhill. I probably got this one confused with maybe tomorrow's downhill. It goes into Delaware Water Gap. Might be a sharper downhill. This one was once I got past that first little rocky down that I showed you, kind of smoothed out and started doing switchbacks and gradually making our way down, you know, so no problem. Man, but talk about a busy gap. Look at all those cars, trucks. It's active. I'm not really sure. I'm obviously not going to be picked up on interstate, so it's probably a little parking lot or something down here. I don't know. I've never been here. You got to figure it out. All right. Hey, at least I can get under this bridge. That's pretty sad, but the outlook is I can hide under the bridge to stay dry. That's the most positive thing I can come up with right now, guys. I'm sorry, I'm working at it. That's definitely the way the trail goes. I can see a blaze right there on the concrete wall. So if I'm going further northbound, which I'll be doing tomorrow, I'm definitely going that way. But what I see this way is a little bit of a pull off right there. So I'm gonna have to do some investigating and figure out exactly where I need to be so I don't miss I know I won't miss my guy, but I want to be wherever he's gonna be. So anyway, we'll check back. All right, folks, we made it to Marty's old yellow house. This is a hostel here in Delaware Water Gap. Man, am I happy to be here. And I got a private room tonight. So just for a few more bucks, you can have a private room. And after staying in a few bunk rooms the last few times, this is nice to have something that's a little more private. So it's very nice. Already had a explosion of my gear here. And you can see there's a nice bathroom in here. So really nice place. So looking forward to getting some clothes washed and maybe getting down the street and finding some food and relaxing a little bit. So all good here at Marty's Yellow House.